Okay, we're going to start with part 1, which is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of whole numbers. And we're going to start off easy. Anytime you have addition, subtraction, and multiplication, line it up vertically. 6 plus 8 is going to be 14. And there's your answer. And let's move on to one that's a little bit harder. So now we're going to do 2-digit plus 2-digit. And you're going to add vertically, so you're going to do 8 plus 5, which is 13, but you're only going to put one digit here, and you're going to carry the other digit up here. So now you have 2 plus 1 plus another 1, so it's 2 plus 1 is 3, plus another 1 is 4, and then you put that right here, and that's your answer. Okay, so now we're going to do 3 digits. So we have 365 plus 215. We're going to start over here, add straight down. 5 plus 5 is 10. I'm going to carry my 1 over that 6, so I have 6 plus 1 is 7, plus another 1 is 8, and then I have 3 plus 2 is 5. You got to make sure everything lines up to make it easy to add and subtract. So now we're going to move on to subtraction, and it's the same way. You're going to go straight down, and you're going to start over here on the right hand side, and it's nice and pretty when the top number is bigger than the bottom number. You don't have to do any regrouping or borrowing. So 5 minus 3 is 2, and then we go over here, 2 minus 1 is 1, so 25 minus 13 is 12. But this one is not so pretty. This one, the 4 is smaller than the 6, so we're going to have to borrow from this 5, and it now becomes 4. We're going to give a 10 over here, so instead of 4 minus 6, it's now 14 minus 6, and that's going to be 8. 4 minus 3 is 1, and then we have 18. And here's a 3-digit subtraction. It's not as pretty either. We're going to have to borrow from this 3. That becomes 2. That becomes 10. So now this is 15 minus 8, which is 7. And instead of 3, we have 2 minus 7, but the 2 is smaller, so we got to borrow from this. That's 5. Now we have 12 minus 7. It's not very pretty. And then 5 minus 3. Okay, so now we're going to do multiplication of whole numbers. You're still going to line everything up, but now we're going to multiply 5 times 1 and then 5 times 2. So 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. And we only have that one digit of 5 multiplying, so that is our answer. But over here we have 2 digits. So we're going to do 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10, and now we have to multiply the 2 times everything, but this place was already taken with that 5, so now we're going to do 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, we're going to add 5 plus 0 is 5, 2 plus 0 is 2, 4 plus 1 is 5, so 21 times 25 is 525. We're going to do one more. 0 times 1 would be 0, 0 times 2 would be 0, so we're going to put a 0 right here, and now we're going to multiply 2 times 1, which is 2, 2 times 2, which is 4, and 21 times 20 would be 420. Okay, so now we're going to talk about division. This is 20 divided by 2, but there are 3 different ways that you can have 20 divided by 2, and it's the same exact thing. So this is one way to write it. 20 divided by 2, this is another way to write it, and then the fraction bar is also your divide, so this would be 20 divided by 2. But anytime you see any of these, I want you to write it like this, because it's easier to work it out long like this. You take this and you say, okay, 2 goes into this first digit one time. See if we can get that to work. 2 goes in one time. 1 times, let me get another marker. Okay, so then you do 1 times 2 is 2, and I bring that down here. 2 minus 2 is 0. I'm going to bring down that 0. 2 goes into 0, 0 times. So 2 goes into 20 10 times. That's your total. 20 divided by 2 is 10. And that's an easier one so that you can see how it works. We'll do one that's a little bit harder. This is a long division that's a little bit harder. It's 270 divided by 15. So I'm going to say, okay, 15 goes into 27, not quite 2 times, but it goes in 1 time. I'm going to put my 1 over the 7 because it's going into 27, not 2. 1 times 15 is 15. I'm going to minus. 7 minus 5 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. 15 does not go into 120, or 15 does not go into 12, but I'm going to bring this 0 down. 15 goes into 120, and I'm going to say, okay, how much does 15 go into 120? Let's see. It's 15 plus 15 would be 30, that's 2. Another 30 would be 60, that's 4. So let's try 8. Let's try 8. And if it doesn't work out, we can go back and change it. 8 times 5 is 40, so I'm going to put a 0 here and a 4 over here. 8 times 1 is 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, whoops. That's supposed to be a minus. That's supposed to be a minus. And then it ends up being 0. So 270 divided by 15 is 18.